Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Waller Preview Show. We've got an incredibly busy weekend ahead, so we'll rip straight in with race 3, where you've got Wave Rider Boy, who's stringing a lot of seconds together.
She is. She's been in Melbourne since her last run, and arrives up Thursday morning, and she's ready to run well. For her, it's not a bad draw. She's been getting some very wide ones. This isn't too bad, and I think she'll be hard to beat.
Okay, then into race 4, you have Alabier coming down from Queensland.
Yeah.
Impressive first start.
It was.
A mile still too short?
Yes.
Can win, can't win.
Probably can't. We'll say probably because you never know what might happen, but I would certainly be following him as he gets up in distance.
Okay, Logan Street Line.
He's going okay. Hasn't had a lot go his way.
Barrier 4 and James McDonald's is nodding his way.
Big plus there, isn't it? Follow James.
Mr. Waterville, exciting horse
Oh,
resuming.
yes. He's a decent horse, good European form, impressive horse. The mile will be a bit short, but gee, it's a good starting point, and he's one of our Melbourne Cup hopefuls.
Potential Melbourne Cup winner.
Yes.
Special sway, 53.5, Dylan Gibbons, barrier 6.
He's wintered well in Queensland. He's come back a stronger horse. He showed us some ability up there, and I think he's in for a good prep. I think the mile's a good starting point.
Again, terrain, a little bit plain first up, can improve.
Yeah, that was a Hawkesbury in the listed race. I thought she ran home okay. It was pretty hard to make up ground for memory in that race. Certainly a pass mark, don't forget her.
Okay, barrier 2 and 51 kilos, massive help. Pavard, J Ford, 52.5.
He was a little bit plain in his first Australian prep. I think he's gilded now.
Yeah.
So you'll see something better from him this preparation. I think he's capable of winning.
Progressing through the grades.
Yeah.
Okay, into the Lexus. City Lexus.
Great cars.
CTC Cup, or is that the ATC Cup? No one can be sure, but it says CTC, so we'll go with that. Desert Icon, 2400.
He's also in the Wild Cup. We've got to make a decision where he runs. Just struggles at 2400 a little, but he's Mr. Consistent.
And now for the King's Horse, Chalkstream.
Yes.
See the dark horse in the race.
He is. He's
one
dark
that can
horse.
bounce into form.
Yes, he can. Brett Preble rides. He came out and rode him on Tuesday morning, and he got on well with him. He's not an easy horse to ride.
No.
Brett made it look easy. Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Good draw. It's the right distance. It's ready to run a race.
Bonnie Ezra from 4.
He's been a bit plain this last run in particular. First up was a slasher. We just thought, how good's this prep going to be? So the distance suits. Nice draw. I'm sure he can run a better race.
And Kirkby, who's been in a rich vein of form. This much harder.
It is, but gee, dropped some weight, Charlie. He's been carrying like 60 plus kilos most of his last few starts and running well. He's a very fit horse.
Sneaky hope.
He'll run top 3.
Okay, well that's all we need. Into the Darley Furious Stakes, Lazago.
Tricky draw, bit plain first up. She's better than that, and her work since that run's been pretty good. So I just want to see her run better on Saturday.
Okay, and Cigar Flick, barrier 5, bounce back to winning ways?
I hope she would go very close. Gee, it's a tough race. There's a lot of even fillies. Wouldn't say there's a standout, but she, based
might
on
be after the race.
Yeah, might be having a little Churchill.
Indeed.
So she's a good enough filly. Lot to like about her.
Okay, then into race 7, Nature Stripe.
It's come back well. The Stripe has.
The Stripe.
He's well. It's just everything's gone well. Perfect.
Yeah.
Hasn't it? Draw.
Barrier 11, like 2 stripes.
Yeah. He, like James often says, he'd rather draw out. 1,000 metres.
Time.
Yeah.
Work it out.
He'll work it out. But he's come back. I'm excited about having him back.
Good.
You?
Yeah, love the big chestnut.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Race 8 to the Chelmsford, Bold Mac, barrier 1.
Model of consistency and much easier races, but consistency, confidence is the key.
Drawn another perfect marble too.
Sure has. He's a top 3 chance.
Lindemann, Dylan Gibbons.
He can bounce back. He had nothing go his way from that wide draw first up. He'll appreciate a better track. He's much better on a good surface, this horse.
And just touching on Dylan Gibbons, obviously only recently out of his time, but gee, you've thrown a bit of support his way.
Yeah, he's a good jockey, very mature. Horses run for him, which is a big thing. He's a really good kid.
He'll make the grade when he out of his time?
100%, no problem, no problem.
Yeah.
100% guarantee.
And Manzois resuming. He's been trialling up at Bond.
Yeah, the team at home say he's working well. He had a temp early prep in the autumn, and he was playing
from that point on.
Yeah,
basically.
And everything's gone to plan so far.
Montefilia, barrier 3, really good late first up.
If she drew a barrier first up, she runs top 3 in my opinion, my humble opinion. And she's bounced out of that run well. The mile will suit her better.
Winning chance. Heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. And Hinged, gate 11.
Model of consistency, multiple Group 1 performer and winning performer. Terrific run first up. She'll improve with that run and appreciate the mile.
Okay, we'll whiz through the tramway a little bit because we're gonna really drag on.
Gotta have an ad break.
Going Global, J-Mac barrier 6.
Good horse, this horse. She's got similar form to Princess Grace, and you saw what she did first up and last prep. It's just a matter of getting her to switch off and acclimatise or relax. Have a look at her in the parade ring before she goes out. If she's not sweating, she's a terrific chance.
Madam Pomeroy have a buy?
Probably. Drap barrier 20, long spring, Charlie, long spring.
New mandate in 3.
Look, he runs pretty well fresh, this horse. He went a bit plain on us late in the autumn, but his run at Hawkesbury that day was brilliant.
It's outstanding. Skyman?
He's not far off them. He's not far off them. He's come back well.
Democracy Manifest on an Epsom path, or will you wait?
Might wait. Set weights and penalties doesn't really suit an up-and-coming handicapper. In a handicap, he'd be much better off, wouldn't he?
He would indeed.
Good horse. He'll run well, but do we save him for the Theo Marks next week?
And Epsom being the final?
Well, it's a good stepping
Potential.
stone. I'd love to, but gee, I just can't believe how strong these
Lead-ups are.
Yeah, that's
Fair enough.
That's the word I was after.
2 words, isn't it? Alentia.
Oh, good horse, Charlie. Good horse.
Bloody good horse. Group 1 horse.
She's also in at Wyong, but I think if she's to run this weekend, she'd run Saturday. That's my preference. Short straights, asking for trouble. Yeah, it's not easy. It's a tough race, but gee, she's a good horse.
And then into the lucky last. You've got 3 horses, all look progressive to my eye.
All
good barriers.
I don't think
Chrysler, 3-year-old taking on the older horses, barrier 14.
makes it tricky, doesn't it? But you're
Very.
keen to start them over 12, aren't you?
I was, yeah. So was Nash, more importantly.
So I'm not sure if he'll run here or wait till the run to the Rose next week.
Yasuki, barrier 15.
Found some form at the end of the prep in Queensland.
Worked out he didn't stay, or
I think it was a mile. Yeah, I think he's a mile or 8.
rather than a Derby type.
Yeah.
Last year.
So I think he's a horse to follow. I think he'll run well, but it's a tricky draw again, as is the last one in the race. Saltcoats, very promising horse. Just a little bit concerned he's getting a bit keen, so we've got to find cover with him. I don't want him burning the candle at both ends first up.
No.
So good horse
Hard
to
to do
follow.
that.
It's whether he runs here or waits for the run to the Rose as well.
Okay, folks, have a fantastic weekend, because we certainly will.
Get you through Charlie's eyes.
Oh, crikey. I think there might almost be a divorce on the cards if Jay Ford wins on Manzois and you didn't put Cathy on despite winning on the horse.
Really?
But he's trialled like he can win over a mile.
Cathy, you didn't put your name forward when we did the riders, so don't blame me. But she's on Kirkby.
Yeah. And you said top 3 chance, otherwise you get cash back. Do we?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway.
There'd be a lot of cash getting thrown back from your tips.